My name is Max Stryker. I'm a filmmaker dedicated to empowering children. This is a call to action disguised as a cancellation. It is my hope that it will bring the maximum amount of eyes and ears to crucial issues in our society. Let this video be the example by which we as influencers can make digestible content for our audience while addressing much more important matters. Thank you.
Hello friends, it's me. Oh, who the heck are you clicking on my video? Well, let me be the first to welcome you to my channel. Today's video diverges from the usual content. While it's easy to get caught up in the latest internet sensations, there's a pressing need to shine a light on a much deeper, darker, demonic topic lurking beneath the surface. Sniper Wolf. Madorman Monday! What was that? Yeah. Oh! 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 What? What?
My name is Spencer, and I am a survivor of Camden Gerard Davis, the leader of a destructive cult that has victimized hundreds of minors. This video is our screen for action.
On March 18th, 2016, Spencer, a 16-year-old girl from Wiley, Texas, mysteriously disappeared, lured by the illusion of joining a supernatural family as a vampire on some random corner of the internet. She actually found herself ensnared in a dangerous sex cult, led by a child predator, posing as a werewolf god. The man had recruited hundreds of young children, subjecting them to... Almost 7 years later, Spencer and the other survivors shared their stories with me. This video serves as their scream for action against their perpetrator. Camden Gerard Davis. Leviathans are coming for you. Of internet drama, there's a story we're overlooking. Millions of stories, in fact. Stories that scream for immediate attention, yet continue to be muffled by the cacophony of the latest drama or trend. Let's take a moment to step back from the online spectacle and face the harrowing truth. Human trafficking and destructive cults are not just issues in distant lands or plot lines in crime shows. They are among the most severe and rapidly growing problems happening right under our noses. The actions of Camden Gerard Davis, his heinous crimes, the lives he's shattered, the trauma he's inflicted, these did not appear in our daily news feed, yet they are glaring examples of the darker aspects of humanity that we, as a society, often choose to ignore. The gravity of his actions, the suffering of his victims, should stir us to our core, prompting outrage, action, and a demand for justice. Yet such stories often receive a fraction of the attention granted to the latest internet scandal. The survivors who fell prey to Camden Gerard Davis were once impressionable and malleable minds, unknowingly ensnared by the beguiling algorithms of the internet that would lead them almost irretrievably into the clutches of exploitation, For 7 long years, their pleas echoed into the void. Muted cries for help that were met with an indifferent world, too hyper-focused on some ephemeral stimulation. It was only through a twist of fate, an almost serendipitous connection through my sister, that their voices found a conduit in me. I took to YouTube, turning their whispers into a broadcast that could reach the eyes and hearts of hundreds of thousands. Their narrative, raw and unfiltered, is now piercing through the noise, challenging the apathy that so often greets such disclosures. But this phenomenon isn't isolated. It is more common than we know. Its prevalence is an indictment of our universal ignorance. Our society is both praised and criticized for its mass surveillance, yet malignant forces persist underneath us, often perpetuated by the very structures that should dismantle them. In a world where these industries amass profits in the hundreds of billions, it is unfathomable how they can still operate largely in obscurity, away from the scrutinizing gaze of global accountability. This ancient yet persistently insidious phenomenon is a glaring testament to our collective failure as a civilization. The fact that it continues to exist without immediate and comprehensive global action is a profound atrocity that stains the fabric of mankind. How can we, as humanity, aspire to claim our place in the cosmos when we fail to protect the very future of our species? The salvation of every last child ensnared in the clutches of these darker forces will be the ultimate measure of our existence. Until we can equivocally say that every child is free from the enemy's grasp, we remain undeserving of the stars. And now that we are navigating through one of the most transformative eras in our history, marked by the swift and profound evolution of artificial intelligence, this technological leap brings with it immense potential for progress and innovation. Yet, as with any powerful tool, there lies a dual edge. There will be individuals who exploit these advancements for personal gain, often with dire consequences for the most vulnerable among us: children. The alarming aspect of this technological surge is not just its pace, but its capacity to be weaponized by those with nefarious intent. In the hands of the unscrupulously intelligent and morally corrupt, AI can become an instrument of profound harm. It can be used to manipulate, to exploit vulnerabilities, and even to perpetrate crimes with a level of sophistication and scale previously unimaginable. This is not mere speculation. It is a looming threat, and despite our technological progress, every single day we are bombarded with headlines about celebrity feuds, influencer scandals, and the latest entertainment gossip. These stories dominate our screens, our conversations, and our minds, creating a smokescreen that hides the harsher realities faced by countless individuals around the world. Modern-day slavery thrives beneath our daily feeds, stripping people of their autonomy and often their lives. Meanwhile, cults masquerade as sanctuaries in obscure corners of the internet, only to devastate minds and splinter families. Yet these pressing issues barely ripple through the surface of our social media obsession. Once in a blue moon, we will see a headline that quickly dissipates by the trivial disputes of online personalities. This imbalance in our collective attention is not just a matter of poor taste or preference for lighthearted content. It is a system that rewards content that is easy to produce and quick to consume. The disparity between the overwhelming coverage of SSSniperWolf's drama and the relative silence around the atrocities committed by individuals like Camden is a glaring example of this. This isn't just happenstance. Our priorities are not just skewed, they are deliberately enabled. The platforms themselves often benefit from keeping the masses distracted with sensational yet ultimately trivial content, shielding us from the harsh realities that require our immediate attention and action. But the issue runs deeper than just the machinations of those at the top. It's also about us as humans. We have developed an appetite for content that entertains rather than enlightens. Many turn to platforms like YouTube not to confront the grim realities of the world, but to escape them. I understand the appeal of lighthearted content in providing an escape from daily stresses. However, as global citizens, we bear a responsibility that transcends escapism. Engaging with serious issues doesn't have to be debilitating. It can be empowering, fostering a sense of unity and purpose. As viewers, our collective voice is powerful, capable of supporting content that entertains, enlightens, and incites action. Influencers and content creators hold significant sway, tasked not only with captivating audiences, but also with enlightening and advocating for urgent societal issues. Our platforms can spotlight these concerns, educating and mobilizing followers for impactful change. This call for a balanced approach does not mean to diminish entertainment value, but acknowledges the need for equilibrium. By integrating discussions of substantive matters, influencers can guide the collective consciousness towards a harmony where entertainment coexists with a vital discourse, drawing attention to profound issues in our world. It's crucial that we leverage our influence responsibly, ensuring that pressing societal challenges are not only seen, but addressed. It's about using our creativity to bring light to the darker aspects of our world in a way that encourages empathy, understanding, and action. In doing so, influencers can redefine what it means to be a content creator in the digital age. We can set new standards for the kind of content that gets attention and shapes conversations. This shift in priorities from purely entertaining to meaningfully impactful work can pave the way for a more informed and action-oriented online community. It's an opportunity for influencers to use their platforms for something greater than just views and likes, to become agents of change in a world that desperately needs it. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Growing concerns that has been eclipsed by your usual online interactions. I respect you as an individual. I believe you are fundamentally a good man. I would not be reaching out to you if I thought otherwise. However, our community, and by extension our society, faces a critical imbalance in its focus and priorities. We are living in an era where the exploitation of children, a subject of grave importance, is alarmingly overlooked, neglected by the spotlight that's instead cast on topics like Sniper Wolf. While such content has its relevance, my intention in reaching out to you, especially through private channels like Discord, was to foster a private approach to address these serious matters. Unfortunately, your silence has left me with no choice but to resort to more public forms of communication. This, in of itself, is symptomatic of a larger problem. This lack of dialogue among creators is not just an internal community issue. It has far-reaching consequences, especially in our battle against the rampant spread of disinformation. The digital landscape we navigate is already rife with misleading narratives and half-truths, and until AI is perfected, the problem is only set to intensify with advancing technologies. This scenario is further exacerbated by the motivations of the most rich and powerful in the tech world. Their relentless pursuit of profit, occasionally at the expense of human welfare and ethical considerations, is steering us toward a precarious future. As creators, we are positioned uniquely to counteract these troubling trends. Our role extends beyond content creation. We must actively engage in safeguarding our audience, particularly the young and impressionable. While this video addresses the responsibility of influencers, my future endeavors aim to challenge the larger forces at play, the wealthy and powerful architects of these very systems. In order to effectively confront these giants, our efforts must be unified. It is crucial that we as creators join together, pooling our resources, influence, and creativity to push back against the structures that prioritize profit over people. Only through collective action can we hope to instigate meaningful change and protect those most vulnerable to the revenue-driven decisions of these powerful entities. The fight against them must be a unanimous one, requiring strategic collaboration among all of us in the creative community. We must acknowledge the stark realities we're facing: the escalation of human trafficking, the insidious growth of destructive cults, and other heinous crimes that are being grievously underreported. These issues should be at the forefront of our collective consciousness, yet they remain marginalized. Charlie, you are a voice heard by millions. We reached out hoping for a private response at the very least. Your platform has the power to drive significant change, yet many voices remain unheard amid the digital clamor. You've built a platform that resonates with a vast audience, a platform that has the incredible potential not just to entertain, but to empower. Your voice can reach corners of the internet that many of us cannot, making you not just an influencer, but a potential catalyst for much needed awareness and action, as you have already done before. With this remarkable influence comes a significant responsibility. The choices you make in content creation, the stories you choose to amplify, have a ripple effect that extends far beyond the boundaries of your channel. When issues like the ones we're trying to highlight are overlooked in favor of more sensational yet less impactful content, it represents a missed opportunity. I understand the demands of your platform and the constant pressure to remain relevant and engaging in an ever-changing digital landscape. But we believe that influencers like you have the unique power to bridge this gap, to use your reach and influence to bring important topics to the forefront. Our intention in reaching out was not to criticize, but to collaborate, to combine our efforts in shedding light on stories that are often ignored. We're not asking you to change the essence of your content or to abandon what has made you successful. I am inviting you to consider how your platform can also be a space for raising awareness and prompting action on critical social issues. Charlie, I hold on to the hope that you'll act in accordance with the integrity and goodness I've always known you to possess. The action I am urging from you isn't about making a video for us. All we want is a conversation with you. This dialogue is essential, not just between us, but as part of a broader discussion that our community and society at large desperately needs. I realize that centering this part of the video around you might feel imposing, and for that I extend my sincere apologies. To offer a gesture of goodwill, here are my dogs, hoping it brings a moment of joy amidst these heavy topics. It would be a delight to see your furry companions as well, should you feel inclined to share. Thank you sincerely for taking the time to listen to this message. Your response, whatever form it may take, is eagerly anticipated. Let's set an example of responsible influence, starting with this very exchange. My deepest gratitude to each of you for investing your time and attention into this crucial dialogue. Your presence here is more than just a view count. It is a small step toward action. Thank you all so much for watching. Spencer is pursuing legal action against Camden and the law enforcement agencies that failed her. To support this effort, donations received via our Patreon will be allocated for this legal process. All additional funding will be used to film this story as it unfolds. If you are a survivor of Camden Gerard Davis and would like to participate, please reach out to us. Use the hashtag #WeAreReal. And do not stop hashtagging us until we find you. If you're some rando just watching this video for fun, please help us find them.